Hello, my name is Jordan Turner. I'm the Mindful Education in Schools Director for Challenge to Change. I'm so excited to be bringing you our Mindful Changemaker Partnership, also known as the MCP. This partnership with Challenge to Change will help enhance emotional intelligence, build wellness, and create lasting impact in your community. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this webinar. This partnership is something I am truly passionate about and have been working on for the past couple years because I was previously an educator myself prior to this role. And all of these pieces I will share are things I wish I had or even had knowledge about when I was in my educator role. The Mindful Changemaker Partnership will help equip teachers, administrators, and students with the tools to cultivate emotional intelligence, enhance well being, and drive meaningful change. At Challenge to Change, we partner with 6 Seconds, the largest EQ global market, and have made sure that all of these tools and resources are grounded in evidence based emotional intelligence techniques. Our Mindful Changemaker partnership will equip you to tackle real world challenges with resilience, connection, and purpose. And in case you're unaware what emotional intelligence is, also known as EQ, that's totally fine. It's being smarter with your feelings. It's a learnable, measurable, and scientifically validated skill set that significantly impacts personal or professional success. Like I stated before, I was an educator myself. I worked in a low socioeconomic school with a lot of students who had so many high needs and traumatic backgrounds, and they needed a lot of support from myself and other educators. At the time, I didn't realize the kind of toll it was taking on me personally until I was able to step away into a different role. And I realized that I wasn't taking care of myself, not really on the physical side, but emotionally and mentally. I didn't have the knowledge around these specific skills, and I really wish I did, so I could also take care of myself mentally, emotionally. And that is why I'm so passionate about this work, is because I want to get it in the hands of more educators. Our EQ trainings here at Challenge to Change and our growth was supported by 6 Seconds. And like stated before, they're the largest EQ global market. Their mission is to grow the world's emotional intelligence and to develop the world's most comprehensive system to measure and improve these essential skills. You can find more of their information as you see down below here at their link and at their homepage. But here at Challenge to Change, we are trained completely on our end to provide these research based skills to individuals like yourself. We created this program because we know there is data and research to help with the challenges we are currently seeing in education. Over the course of the past 9 years here at Challenge to Change, we have been implementing mindfulness in a ton of different ways to adults and children. And we are seeing some great success and great impact. But sadly, we're still seeing some of the same challenges and believe that this partnership can help close some more of those gaps. I was personally in the state of burnout myself when I was an educator, and now I want to take all of my past and current trainings and create this partnership to help bring EQ tools, mindfulness tools, and so much more. And I want it to fit the needs and challenges that we're seeing, and also for your school and your educators as well. So, as you can see here, teacher retention and burnout is such a huge challenge that we're currently facing in education, right? Teachers were more than twice as likely as any other working adults to report frequent job related stress. Student mental health: 61% of public schools noted a rise in staff concerns regarding student depression, anxiety, and emotional disturbance. And student behavior and discipline: the NCES reported that 75% of public schools indicated a moderate or severe negative impact in student behavior in social and emotional development. And we know that in order to close some of these gaps, we have to be doing the work ourselves as well, as adults, as educators. Our job to come in and give them the tools that they need to close those gaps. So at Challenge Change, we hope that we can do that. And how we will do that is with our MCP, because we know that the benefits can truly help develop and close those gaps as stated before. So this partnership is backed up by the research provided not only by 6 Seconds, but also here at Challenge to Change. The MCP will benefit your school community by enhancing leadership and effectiveness, improve staff well-being and resilience, strengthens communication and decision making, and creates a more mindful, compassionate school culture. We believe this to be true because this partnership is going to give the tools, language, and responsibility to your educators. And this is how we will do it, is through this partnership. So what's included? Each participant within the partnership will be given the SAY assessment. More on what that is coming in the next slides. And they will each have their own EQ report pulled in a one-to-one debrief of that report. They'll also get 5 customized coaching sessions led by me or another certified member of the Challenge to Change staff, and with certain chosen people within your staff as well. Again, the next slide is going to kind of go into the different options for that as well. And then on top of both of those things, you're also going to receive our Challenge to Change Learn portal for anyone that is within your school, any educators that currently are working with some of your students. And you'll also receive mindfulness curriculum to help fit the needs of your specific building and students. So on the next few slides here to come, we'll dive deeper into each one of these things. But before we do that, let's look at the different partnership options. So knowing all what is included, here are the different options and the ways it can look for your school in our district. As I read through these options, know that whichever option you choose, your whole school will still get that Learn portal and that specific mindfulness curriculum. So you have these 3 options. You can do a champion. So a champion of your building, of your district, and that would be where one person would then take the SAY assessment and do those mindful change maker coaching sessions. And then you could also do the leadership team. So that could be up to 7 participants. If your leadership team is a little bit bigger, there are additional costs for added participants as well. Or you could do the collective. So that's where you have up to 200 participants. So whether that's a school or a district, then they would all be taking that SAY assessment and getting those 5 customized coaching sessions. So just some questions to ask yourself is, what kind of initiatives do you already have set in place? Are they new? Would it be best for just one person to take the SAY assessment and to do these coaching sessions to then relay the rest of the information to the rest of your staff? Or do you have a specific leadership team like TLCS, BSAT, some other lead teachers, mentors that you think would be really beneficial to have them take the SAY assessment and to do these coaching sessions? Or do you feel like you're ready and you want more EQ into all of your staff, right? That's where that collective would come in. And I also want you to know that additional services can be purchased. We call this a partnership for a reason, and it's because we want to serve your school and community in the best way possible. And we know that the needs and all of the initiatives that we're doing within education right now, whether it's within a district or a school, they're all so different. So we want to be able to collaborate on what would be best. So we have a great menu of other EQ trainings that are possible. If you have questions about any of these options or what additional services there is a free consultation, and that's where we can come in and have just those conversations to start. So now a little bit more about each of those things that are included. So depending on which option you choose will then determine on who takes the SAY assessment and what kind of report then would be pulled from that assessment, and also who would receive those 5 coaching sessions. So on this slide here, we really dive deeper into what the SAY assessment is. And you'll also see down below that link as well on 6 Seconds webpage where you can read more on the SAY assessment. So this is a complete solution for EQ measurement and development. This suite of well-validated effective tests measure EQ and equip people with the framework for putting emotional intelligence into action. Once they have taken this assessment, a specific EQ report will be pulled, and that will be theirs to keep and then to also debrief with myself or our other certified trained staff at Challenge to Change, where we would do that one-to-one debrief where they will get clear feedback and a path for using EQ. They'll identify strengths and also areas of growth within each of their EQ developmental strategies. They'll help them create a strategic plan based on intake and assessment results and implement EQ and mindfulness strategies for sustainable impact. This will also help guide those 5 coaching sessions. And that's what we're going to talk about here on this next slide. So within our 5 coaching sessions, you will see that they are customized to fit your school or educator needs. I will use the SAY assessment results and also communication with the lead person or persons on what would be best. I will provide actionable strategies in real world applications. The sessions will address the unique challenges and goals, ensuring practical and relevant insights. And of course, we will have measurable growth because these coaching sessions are not the end. This is not just the experience you will receive. It will continue on. As educators, we want to have the tools, strategies, and a clear action plan to drive that measurable growth, not only for us personally, but then for other educators we work with and for our students. And as you see down here in the corner, this is the framework that we will be using to the bottom right. This is 6 seconds EQ in action model. And it begins, if you can see inside in that white circle, with 3 pursuits. So know yourself. So this is where we'll dive into what does it mean to be more aware? How can we ask ourselves, what am I feeling? What are my patterns? How can I notice what I do? And then after we do those steps, then we'll dive into choose yourself, where we can be more intentional. We pause and we think, what are my options? What am I meaning to do? And then within the green here, give yourself. And this is where we want to be more purposeful. We want to know why we're doing it, and we want to do it for a reason, right? What's our overall purpose in education and also personally as well? We want to be more intentional and purposeful with our actions and also our thoughts and feelings. And then, as you see, under each of those pursuits live 8 specific, learnable, measurable competencies. They're measured through the SAY assessment and they're data driven. And this is what we'll be using to create those coaching sessions. We'll be looking through the SAY results and deciding which competencies should be reviewed and learned, and they'll be specific to your educator needs. We will also be customizing our coaching sessions by utilizing our Learn portal and specific mindfulness curriculum to meet your students' needs. Each participant within our partnership will receive access to Challenge to Change's Mindful Education Learn portal. It's easy to navigate. It has over 1,000 different tools to support SEL and overall well-being. This specific tool will help connect the dots of EQ to mindfulness and be able to continue that work with your students. So, anyone within your education setting will gain access to C2C's Learn portal. Within the Learn portal, you'll see printable materials. So, that includes card decks, posters, worksheets, breathing techniques, visuals, and more ready to implement ideas and materials for your classroom or small groups. So, tier 2, tier 3. Maybe you have a calm corner where you'll need different posters or card decks or breathing techniques that you can have there. Also, press and play videos, whether it's a quick brain break, a moment of calm before a test, or to start the day. These bite sized clips are designed for easy on the go use by teachers and students alike. And also, of course, we couldn't forget teacher self care opportunities. So, those are flexible, on demand resources to support educator well being. The goal of our Learn portal and why it is an important piece that's included within the MCP is to help your educators feel prepared and equipped to give these tools to students. So then they're not feeling like this is something more on their plate. They're feeling like this is the plate. This is to support all of the other initiatives that they're already doing, and it's with the simple push of a button. Here on this side, you can take some time to read through the different testimonials from schools and what educators are saying about this partnership because we have already started implementing this in different areas. You can see how the connection of their own EQ is not just benefiting themselves, but also helpful to their students. They feel like they have the steps and tools they needed to identify how they're feeling and how they're responding. They're trying to respond in a more meaningful way to help change and improve their life personally and professionally. So, we are seeing the changes in the need of this partnership in a ton of different areas in education. So, let's get started. Let's learn how the Mindful Changemaker Partnership can support your school specific goals. Share insights about your school culture, needs, and priorities. Explore flexible implementation options tailored to your team. Begin co creating a plan for meaningful integration of mindfulness and EQ. So I hope you feel like you have the information you need to move forward. I truly want this work to fit the needs of your school district, your educators, your school. So please reach out if you just want to have a simple a call, a consultation that is free. There is no obligation on your end other than a great conversation because I would love to also hear feedback as well and answer any of the questions that you might have. So thank you so much for joining me in this webinar, and I look forward to hearing from you.